it from inside his jacket. He goes, just give me a moment. Some line of poetry he'd written down. The thread it was. Here you are, God. So cheeky, 3 hours, 2 hours later, at this break time, he goes, skips past and he reads a line of poetry, saying, I still know it. Like I memorized what I read. So some people's memories are incredible. One of the great scholars of Islam, Imam Shafi, had photographic memory. I could read once and that's it. It'd go in, you see, like just once. And you may have friends like that who they memorize so quickly. At the end of the day, it's a gift from Allah as well. And any money is a gift. Some people have it, some don't. Those who don't have it, they have to work and graft and try to make it theirs, And they said he would memorize a page straight away. So here, there are people like this. So we're ready to roll. So this is a great book. It's called Riyad Al Salihin. Riyad from Rawda, Riyad Al Jannah. Okay, a garden from the gardens of Jannah. And so this is Imam An-Nawawi named this Riyad Al Salihin or Riyad Al Salihin, the gardens of the pious. So what are the gardens of the pious? Conversations with the beloved. You get a speech of the Prophet, different things that he said. Each chapter is a garden. Gardens of Jannah. You're sitting with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And so last week we looked at the sort of contents page, and we sort of went to the first page. It was interesting because some of us have never sort of looked at so many things. And you can see here, still looking at prayer and ibadah. Okay, and then it moves on to on the exercise of rising in the night to pray. The recommendation to pray at night in Ramadan, the Taraweeh prayer. Okay, the exercise of praying in the night of power. So now I know if I type in Riyad Al Salihin and get the PDF, there's a chapter there devoted by Imam Nawawi, collating in it hadith that are to do with Taraweeh prayer in Ramadan. You see, so here then he's got the excellence of the siwak. Can you see here? Okay, and can you see the mouse on it? You can. Okay, and then it moves on to zakat, and lots of people pay zakat in Ramadan. It's worth going back to see the reward. So what I wanted to do is, again, let's just randomly look at dhikr in the morning, what to say when you go to sleep. This is now prohibition against abusing the dead without cause and benefit in the Sharia. Forbidding injury, harming people. On forbidding mutual rancor, hating each other. Cutting one another off and mutual hostility. Prohibition against envy, against spying, bad opinion of the Muslim unnecessarily, against despising the Muslims, against gloating over Muslims' misfortune, attacking someone's lineage, okay, against cheating and deceit, treachery, okay, against using a gift to cause a sense of indebtedness. This is an interesting because this is somebody gives a gift to you, then later on they say, oh, remember, what's wrong with you? I asked you a favor. Have you forgotten the gifts I gave to you? Gifts are never supposed to be mentioned again. Yeah, khalas, they're done. It's not like I'm supposed to remind you of the favors I've done upon you. That's not a gift then. And then you got on the prohibition against using a gift. And then you got the prohibition against boastfulness and arrogance. And Muslims disassociate themselves from one another for more than 3 days. On it being just like to walk in only one shoe or sock for no reason. You see, so here this is against the Sunnah. On prohibition against leaving a fire and the like burning without, whether in a lamp or anything else, when going to sleep. So there's a strict prohibition against leaving a live fire, and I don't think it's distant to say chargers on now. You see, even the originals, we've got to a point where there's a lot of faults, electrical faults, and they're causing fires. So, you shouldn't leave anything on at night. Like the prohibition against bakhur, gas, the electric heaters, for example. I'll tell you why distant story. I'll tell you my own story. In Damascus, I had an electric heater and a fan heater. I had a cool one, nice one. The fan was in the top, and it also had the, I forget what it's called. Anyhow, I woke up Fajr, And I put my alarm on snooze. Went off again, and there's a bin there, and I moved it. Okay, as I went back, it was a plastic bin. I had put the heater on, I think, and then went back to sleep again. And then when I got up again, I moved the plastic bin and I put it. I'm not going to sleep. Next thing I know, fire on in the room. I don't know. So I took the. You can imagine smoke and everything. I took the bin and sort of threw it out. Or you know when you live in flats in the middle, there's always in that sort of cavity. I threw it inside in the middle, just trying to throw it out of the house. Suddenly there's a fire downstairs. Alhamdulillah, I managed to extinguish it. But what did I? That's what happened. There's a family of 4 from England. They were living in Jordan. They were studying. They were students of knowledge. These gas canisters. They had one of those heaters on. It gets really cold in those countries. At night the flame went off. So the gas continued. None of them woke up in the morning. All 4. So here these things happen. We see them. So the Prophet's prohibition against leaving flames on before going to bed. So they should be taken seriously now. And then you could see as you move, you suddenly wailing over the dead, slapping the cheeks, going to soothsayers, astrologers and diviners are looking for omens. Prohibition against believing bad omens, like the black cat crossing your path, that you're walking under a ladder. You know, I'll walk under a ladder 1,000 times for you. Friday the 13th, what? You see, we don't believe in these type of things, okay? You know, and the prohibition against depicting living creatures on rugs, stone, clothes, dirhams, cushions, dinars, pillows. Some of them are in our control, some are not in our control. Like that. Drawing pictures and creating pictures and so forth. And then you got against keeping a dog, except for hunting, herding, or farming. Dog keepers, okay? And then you've got hanging bells. Do you see how rich it is? Now look, on the prohibition against addressing an inquisitive person or innovator as master, when it been disliked to curse fever. You know, people that lanat bukhar, you know, can't say that. You see, and you're on prohibition against cursing the wind and what one says when it blows. Lightning last night. You know how many lightning strikes there were last night? How many? How many do you reckon were recorded? Guess. Whoever gets to and give you a book, I've got a stack of books here. Some of you, pardon? Nah, like that. How many? How many? 500 though. 15,000. 15,000 lightning strikes last night. That's how many were recorded. Amazing, isn't it? So you think 15,000 times, or how many ever times you saw the lightning, you had a chance to read the dua, the sunnah dua for lightning. Someone said, what dua? You see, and says, so there's a dua, Subhanalladhi yusabbihu ar-ra'du bihamdihi al-malaikatu biqudsihi. And so here there was an opportunity for them. And so, Subhanallah. And then the cockerel, you know, those who have chickens and so forth in their gardens. On the prohibition against a man attributing rain to a star, forbidding calling a Muslim an unbeliever. And this one, forbidding obscene and coarse language, lots of people swear. Yeah, so you can see here. Then it moves on. Forbidding to certain graves. Again, you keep going. On the prohibition against pointing at a Muslim with a weapon. Right now, Birmingham is learning this lesson. You get it, it's really, really bad, subhanAllah. So here, but I wanted you to see that. It's worth going, just scanning through. You get an idea of how beautiful this sunnah is. Another great book, it's called Adab al-Mufrad. Okay, you Google it by Imam Bukhari, and it speaks about adab and adab, etiquette of a Muslim. Again, you'll learn so much from that book, you see, and so worth buying and investing. let's take a chapter. Bismillah. On watchfulness. From on taqwa. Tell me when to start. Let's keep going for a bit. We said we'll read, I think we got to, we said we'll do a hadith in each chapter. Is that what we did last week? There we go. Allah on mujahada. Mujahada means to strive. Okay, keep working hard. Allah says, as for those who jihad in our way, we will guide them to our. Truly Allah is with the good doers. So you get an idea from this hadith that Allah loves people striving hard and not giving up. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu said that the Messenger of Allah said, Allah Almighty said, I have declared war on anyone who shows enmity to a friend of mine. The problem with that is you don't know who is a wali. You see, this shows you should have respect for every Muslim. Yeah, every Muslim. The fact that they're Muslim, you should also have a good opinion that anybody could be a wali of Allah. You see, and you have to be very careful. There's some incredibly pious people in this community who don't wear a beard. You get it? You may not see praying, but they do pray. They have their own routine. They're just having respect for people. And my slave does not draw near to me with anything I love more than what I have made a victory on him. You can see there's a striving here. This is the most beloved thing to God is people praying fard prayers. Allah loves that. Allah loves that. However, my slave continues to draw near to me with supererogatory actions that I love him. You see, this is the key point here. I love him. I love him. Allah loves you when you start to do optional things. Sunnahs you don't have to do you? Nafil you don't have to do. Taraweeh prayer you don't have to pray. However, you pray that prayer because it sort of falls into that optional sunnah sort of category. That's where Allah's love can become, you can qualify for Allah's love. That's where Allah can love you. Why? Because now you're giving from something He hasn't asked you to give. You see, fard we must do. So if you want to be loved by God, then you have to increase your nawafil prayer. What type of nafil prayers do we have? The 5 daily prayers have nafil prayers around them, don't they? But then we have other 3. We have 3 more prayers that you should really go for. What day do we do prayers for occasions? Do you know? I think it's Tuesday, is it? We do an evening where we do prayers for occasions. Tuesday, I think? Thursday. Yeah? That on the Thursday lesson, we covered 2 of those prayers. Salat al-Duha, Salat al-Awwabin, and Tahajjud prayer. They're optional. Get it? So think about that. This is why when you look at pious people, they don't miss those prayers. Yeah, whoever you deem to be wali or, if you saw that missing from their list, you know something's wrong. Like you get that just past the life. Which ones? 5 daily prayers, come in. Marhaban. 5 daily prayers for sure. But then the morning prayer, nafil prayer, is that clear? Oh, mashallah, nice news. Marhaban. Yeah, good. Marhaban. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. A bearer of good news, may Allah give you good news. Ya Rabbi. Alhamdulillah. Yourself, mashallah. Made our day, man. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Come forward. Come with who's your mate here? Come. Bismillah. Ya marhaba. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name? Kane. Hey, where are you from? How old are you? You okay sitting here? Yeah. Sit down. MashaAllah. Kane. Good man. My name's Tanveer. You live that happened. No. Alhamdulillah. So this is Cain. He's 17 years of age. Alhamdulillah. Nobody forcing you? You're not paying him these days. Yeah? Alhamdulillah. So he doesn't have he didn't have a religion. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. So he's joining us. He wants to become Muslim. Alhamdulillah. Allah bless you guys for your hard work. MashaAllah. Do you have any questions? Yeah? Okay. You want me passing on it? Yeah? Alhamdulillah. You at school and everything? No, you know him. Is he a troublemaker? No, he's not. He's a good lad, yeah? MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Well, amazing. Let's not delay, okay? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. So, wow. This is a great gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Ramadan. La ilaha illallah. Okay, you ready? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is a great moment. Great moment. Yeah? It is. So there's lots of incredible things here. I would advise, and I'm going to send you a link. You watch Shaykh Osama Cannon giving Shahada. And in America, they give Shahada all the time. We don't have great experience with this, but he really puts it very raw and clear. Yeah, this is an incredible moment. How is this an incredible moment? Because this person, Allah bless him, is a young man, he's young, 17, mashallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him to this path now. And he's about to give this Shahada, declare the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and accept Sayyidina Muhammad as his prophet, and that's the key to Jannah. And through that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive all his sins. You see, what an incredible moment, subhanAllah. Allah bless you. Inshallah ta'ala, all these people, we're all witness to this. And if you ever need anything from us, we have a duty to help you. Not just help, we want to help you, we have to serve you. We become brothers and sisters through faith, but then we have a real duty. You have a real duty. This man becomes your responsibility, inshallah ta'ala. You help him learn and you help him in difficult times. When he's a kebab, you buy him a kebab, he'll run away. God bless you. Okay, ready? Bismillah. It's so good to you, okay? We'll say the English, listen, and then we'll do the other, okay? I testify. I testify. So people can hear this. Bismillah. Break all this for you. I testify. I testify that there is no God but Allah. That there is no God but Allah. And I testify. And I testify that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. So let me say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasul Allah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammad abduhu wa rasuluh. Takbir! Allahu Akbar! MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. That's it, man. You're Muslim. Big hand. Yeah, brother. Give me that thing. What is this for you? Okay. I'm not going to let you run away. Give him a hug, man. What's wrong with you? You know, men, this is the purest, the purest person you'll find in witness right now. Because you are clean. You get it? Alhamdulillah. Congratulations to you. MashaAllah. 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 Welcome to the big family. Big family. You're spoiled for a start now. Whichever house you pick. Alhamdulillah. Okay, tell me your names. Who do you know anybody else there? No. Just Abba Hakim. See that? The outfit there? MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. You want to take it, man? You win? Alhamdulillah. Bless you. Brilliant. Hard work pays off. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. 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 You take the book and keep it there. Amen. Take this. This is for you. Come forward. Come here. Come. You come here. Today you're in charge. That's it. Okay. Alhamdulillah. He's a special guest now. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. So you born and bred Wickham? Yeah. Your family, they are Muslim religion. Is it? Both sides. This crashing school makes you look like a Pakistani. And the way he talks, mashallah. Amazing. You know, the incredible thing is, he's a Caribbean brother. His mum lives on, what's the, not Kitchener Road, yeah, Kitchener Road. Not Kitchener Road, the one where Al Khair store is. Cherbourg Road. Ibrahim Liverpool is next to it. Liverpool side, it's true. Anyhow, his name is Ibrahim Liverpool, and he became Muslim in Wickham at the hands of Imam Ansab 20, 30 years ago. And he lived in Banbury, from the Caribbean as well, subhanAllah. He saw a dream. Now, his friend from Wickham saw a dream. In his dream, he saw himself doing sajda in a masjid. Right? No, he's watching, and everybody's doing sajda. And what he saw was so powerful that he felt he had to go and find it. That same sight. He wasn't sure. He knew what he had seen, but what was happening, he wasn't sure about. He spent 10 years looking for that sight. And he went from masjid to masjid. From Wickham, this guy was, masjid to masjid, until he ended up in Birmingham at Saddam Hussein Mosque. And he's on the balcony, right? And as he was standing looking down, the same thing he saw in his dream, he saw that same sight. They were all in sajda, and he became Muslims. Like it took him that long. There's another sister, Caribbean sister, from Wickham, who became Muslim after she heard the adhan in Turkey. She heard the adhan in Turkey, okay, and it led her to Islam. We had a Caribbean brother 2 years ago, remember? 3 years ago, in Jummah, in Shahada. SubhanAllah. Inshallah ta'ala, come in Jummah, bring him in Jummah. Know everybody, inshallah ta'ala. So we're just look, this is, now look, we're reading this hadith, this saying of the Prophet, and it says, we're talking about, you got work, hard work pays off. That's what it's saying. So it said, hard work pays off. But struggle. Yeah, this is a long path. So keep working until you breathe your last. There's no time for rest here. Rest is where? Next life. This life, helping people, worshipping, serving people. You get a family, friends, the community, always busy, doing some type of khidmah. That's clear. So here, Abu Hurairah, let's read this hadith again. He said that the Messenger of Allah Almighty said, I have declared war on anyone who shows enmity to a friend of mine. My slave does not draw near to me with anything I love more than what I have made obligatory on him. That's the most beloved thing to God. All these people in Ramadan who are trying to change their path, they're thinking, what can I do? Go pray your salah. Pray your salah is the best thing you can do. You get prayer on time, you get it. You get down on time, you know you're doing something which is pleasing to Allah. And then if you want to do more, my slave continues to draw near to me with supererogatory action until I love him. When I love him, I become his hearing with which he hears. Some say, what does this mean? Allah becomes their hearing with which they hear. And some scholars say that means that you push yourself to hear only that which is pleasing to God. In Ramadan, don't feel we've got a bit more control. Outside Ramadan, feel a bit lost. Yeah, you can listen to this, you can look at this. In Ramadan, we feel like we've got a bit of control. We only listen to what pleasing to Allah. We hear some swearing, you turn away. And his seeing with which he sees. That you have tawfiq from Allah that you only look at halal and you don't look at haram. Yeah, that's tawfiq from Allah. His hand with which he strives and his foot with which he walks. If you were to ask for me or ask me for something, I would give it to him. If you ask me for refuge, I would give him refuge. What you learn from this is Allah with this person in everything they do. When does this happen? Once you've got your faraid in place, and then you've got your sunnahs and your optional prayers. That opens a door. You get it? Suddenly you're in this incredible realm. Okay. This summarizes life. That's what life is about. Life is about pleasing God. Life is about working hard so you become beloved to God. Is that clear? That's hard work. Okay. And it's reported that the Prophet said, he said in what he reported from his Lord Almighty and Majestic, when the slave comes towards me in a handspan, I go an arm length towards him. When he comes towards me in arm length, I go a fathom towards him. When he comes towards me walking, towards him running. You find again, even though we don't attribute these type of things literally to God. Is that clear? But you find whenever you turn to Allah, you find Allah opens the pathway, makes it easier for you. Get it? But it has to come from you. Allah doesn't change the people until they change themselves. We move on, okay? We go to another chapter. This is, you guys might think you're very young and look at this, life goes really quickly, man. On the encouragement to increase good actions in the latter part of one's life. And this is good for me because it's my birthday today. It's my birthday. Everybody sang happy birthday to me. You know, I always just think, my birthday. The only person I could find who shared a birthday with me is Gaza. Yeah, poor Gaza couldn't. So it wasn't great. Yeah, like. But today I found out Habib Omar's birthday is on the 27th of May as well. Allahu Akbar. Yeah. But obviously there's a big difference. Anyhow, and I was thinking, what is so special about birthdays? I think on birthdays, the people who really are due the credit are mothers. Get it? You know, without them, you wouldn't be on the staff. So wherever they happen to be, wherever they are, really on a day like this, you should go give your mother a present. And give my mum a present today, inshallah. Yeah, inshallah. Yeah, 40 people. Did I just tell you how old I am? Yeah. Some of you thought I was 50 and being really kind to me. Yeah. You reckon I was 40? You thought 50? Yeah. So here, encouragement to increase good action. Do you reckon I should take a stick and walk around with a stick? Think it's a good idea? What benefit do you reckon is like how a stick and walk around with a stick? Apart from being able to beat people up. And get extra support. One of our great scholars of Islam, when he reached the age of 40, he took a stick. You know why? He said, now it's downhill. Now life is taking me to the grave. He says, I take this stick to remind me, I'm going down now. How they work? I don't know. Allah might say, did we not let you live long enough for anyone who was going to pay heed, and did not the warner come to you? Get it? We have enough time in life to take. Look at it, 17. Allahu Akbar. What is it? What led you to Islam? Subhanallah. Wow. Let's hear your story. Can you tell a story? No. Okay. So what did you read?
I just would have known.
Those type of things. So what's the most beautiful thing you saw in Muslims before today, or becoming a Muslim? Not much. Classic school is I'm sure. What do you like about Islam the most?
Just peace.
You like that? You find that in your heart now? 17-year-old, man. Look at 17-year-olds go party, you want to go drink, and do this. MashaAllah. Remind you of the young Sahaba at the time of the Prophet. He loved the young Sahaba. You must see, he loved the young, he brought them close. Why? Because at this age, what do they want to do? They're experimenting some drugs. I saw them in the park in Oxford today. As I was coming through Oxford, I stopped to take the kids in. The 13-year-old doing a bit of Rizla. Yeah, experimenting, yeah. The young people want to do. We've got Muslims. They're probably hearing me now, 17, 18. Yeah, look at this. He loved the young, he brought them close. There was a young who gave support to Islam and took it off. Yeah. all the young Sahaba like Uthman and around the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah bless you, subhanAllah. Wow. Allah Akbar. Abu Hurairah reported that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah has excused himself in the case of a man whose term he extended until he reaches 60 years of age. You know, and again, what I understood from this is, you know, there's no excuses left if you're not praying by 60. What's left? But, 60 years to walk on this earth and take you. You see, and sometimes you see people reaching that age and haven't learned. That's why one of those who will have the shade of Allah on the day there's no shade, but his shade is a young man who spends his youth and lots of you in the obedience of God. Don't take this lightly. You're young, you're teens or younger, and you're in your 20s, and even if you're in your 30s, and you're praying salah, you're in the masjid, you love the masjid, you love the deen. Don't take that lightly. That's massive. That's a big favor from Allah upon you. Why? Because you fall into that hadith, where you're sacrificing what youth are doing, right, for the sake of God. That is big, and it's going to be, you'll be paid for that, you're rewarded for that in the akhirah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it's hard to give your youth for God. Youth want to spend here and there. So here, the scholars say that it means he does not need an excuse if he lets him live for this period. Here, you can see from this, he's had long enough. 60 years. The Prophet told us the mean age of this ummah is between 60 and 70. Prophet Muhammad, do you know how old he was when he died? 63. 63. That's the mean age of this ummah, between 60 and 70. Allahu Akbar. You've got, let's go to the next one. This is nice. On clarification of many paths to God. Allah says, whatever good you do, Allah knows it. Whatever good you do, Allah knows it. Whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it. It will see that. Whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it. Do we not hear that in the Quran? Okay. Abu Hurairah said, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Sadaqah, charity. We owe God charity. We owe God a price. Okay. We need to spend something in the path of Allah to thank Him by every limb in our body. Look at Allah, mashallah, healthy. Today I saw a child who was blind. Blind child. Look, you look around, even if we might have a few things, nothing functioning. Mashallah. But there's a price to be paid for that. So a sadaqah is owed. Sadaqah is owed by every limb people have. Every day on which the sun rises, in which someone establishes justice between two people, sadaqah. To help a man with his animal, help him onto his sadaqah. Or to lift his goods onto it is sadaqah. A good word is sadaqah. Every step you take to the prayer is sadaqah. Removing an obstacle from the road is sadaqah. So for these limbs and this body and this health, that Allah has given to us, mashallah, hearts, lungs, kidneys functioning, alhamdulillah. No complications, no dialysis, no this. Lots of people in difficult places. We owe God gratitude. How do you show gratitude to Allah? How do you pay the price? By doing all these things. Someone needs a helping hand, the shopping, help them. Somebody needs to push the car, they will push the car. Elderly person needs to cross the road, help them across the road. See a sharp can on the footpath, move it, kick it away. Put it in the bin if you can. You see, all of these are good things. You get it? And you do it for the sake of Allah, some good intention inside your heart. This is it. And these opportunities are non-stop. Somebody needs a trolley, give them a trolley. Somebody doesn't know how to get a trolley out, right? Help them. Somebody's lost, help them. Somebody needs to borrow some money, give them. Wherever. Neighbors need things. Neighbors' bins, put them out, put them back in again. Parents want. We should look for these opportunities. This is my sub anyway. I don't think I'm like to the top, but sometimes I'm looking for a chance to help. And I didn't mess it up the other day. My dad said his mattress is messed up. I said, okay. I went and got him a mattress. He goes, I want a hard mattress. I messed up badly then. I got him a really hard mattress. It was so hard. He goes, you get put down. What brick have you brought in? He didn't tell me straight away. I thought, oh God, what do I do now? I need to now get some memory foam and put on top. But I want an excuse to serve people. You know what I mean? So when you see somebody need something, especially those close friends around you, siblings, don't hesitate. You get it? There's a double reward there. There's a double reward in helping those closest to you. Why? Because they're blood. But they're not Muslim. So what? They're not Muslim. You still help them to the best of your ability. Why? You can do it for God. You see, do it for Allah. So look for these opportunities. Look outside, walk outside, see something on the footpath. Alhamdulillah, I can move it. You get it? Move it. Sharp, move an object. You see, just look for the opportunities. Why? Because you don't know what it is that's going to help you reach Allah. You heard it, and I've heard it. What's the story I'm going to tell you? The hot day out there. Lots of people are thirsty. On a hot day, what do you want? Cold drink. You want a hot drink? I like tea actually, but you want a cold drink. So now come Rosa breaking time, what do you want to drink? Cold. Give me cold. Anything cold, please. You see, this is why that woman is an evil woman who lived in the old times. She must have been a prostitute or something like this. You know? Sometimes, people they don't want to be there, but anyhow, she was an evil woman, they said in the hadith. You know the story, isn't it? And I know the story. But just as a reminder, she was kicked out of her town. She's so bad. Kicked her out, get out. And she died. She died in the desert outside. God sent Prophet Moses, to go and find her and pray over her. So he went to that town. He said, is there a woman who died here recently? Nobody's there. Good. Nobody, small villages, like Wickham. Have you had a janazah today? No? We had one, we'll know about it. He's looking for somebody for sure, because I've been instructed by God. They told him there was a woman, she's horrible, she's evil, kicked her out. So which way did she go? This way. So he went out that way and he found her dead. So he did what he had to do. He buried her, prayed over her. You pray and you bury her. A man can't touch a woman who's not related to her, so you don't wash them. You just bury them. In some cases you do to everyone, but you bury them. You pray over them. Then he said, Ya Allah, God, what is it that she did? Do you want to guess? No. You love animals? Which animal? We have a story of the Prophet with the lizard. Another time. I went to Pakistan. I was sleeping in my uncle's house, look on the wall. Ya Allah, what is that? A lizard walking up. I got scared, man. But I didn't want to be weak and go outside and tell them I'm scared of a lizard. I stayed quiet, closed my eyes. Yeah. So Allah inspired Musa and told Musa that this woman, I forgave this woman because she was thirsty. And she wanted to drink water and she lowered her shoe into a well and extracted water from the well. You got nothing, you got no bucket, you pour anything in to get some water, right? So she lowered her shoe and she drank from it. Then a dog came. And the dog's not smart enough to get into a well and get water out. It's smart in other things. So she lowered her shoe, poured some water out, and gave it to the dog to drink. Dog was thirsty or not? God, whose creation is the dog? Allah's. And the dog gave her a dua. The dog thanked her. Dog made dua to Allah. Dogs make dua. Look at that. Allah forgave her because of the dua of the dog. Okay, or because of that action that she did. She doesn't really know what it is. That's why, come Ramadan, look for these opportunities. Look for how can I help people, inshallah. And this is what we find. Okay, here's another one, right? And we end with these now, inshallah. We have the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah created 360 joints in every one of the children of Adam. Whoever says Allahu Akbar, praises Allah, says there is no God but Allah, glorifies Allah, asks Allah's forgiveness, removes a stone or a thorn or a bone from people's path, and commands something right or forbids something wrong, has accounted for the whole 360. In the evening of the day, he has moved himself away from the fire. Simple. Islam's simple. Islam's not complicated, man. How people make it complicated? They make it sound like in order for you to be forgiven by God, to be close to God, you have to do mountains of action. No. Allah said just be, live like a decent person. Enjoy your life. Live a balanced life. There's family of yours, be good to them. Your friends, be good to them. Control your tongue, control your eyes, control your hands. Share your wealth. Enjoy yourself. Give some prayer, 5 prayers. Take Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in your life and do your best. That's it. It's not hard enough. People make it complicated. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. Simple. Take some effort, but it's simple. Allah gives tawfiq. Alhamdulillah. We stop here, inshallah. This lesson was never supposed to be one of those where you read through the book. No, it wasn't. It was supposed to be 1 or 2 hadith that make us think, you see. Inshallah, we could take and implement in our lives. That was the idea. And so, alhamdulillah. Look around, somebody's put these serving people. Go get some cold water. Bring it. Put some cold drink bottles for study. Go and spend some money on your family. Go and buy something nice they like to eat. Serve them. Somebody give you a dua. This is what it's about. Keep people happy. The haters, let them hate. Make dua for the haters. What dua do you make for the haters? Allah ruin them? No. What do you say? What do you say? Allah remove this hate from their heart and fill it with love. But dua is not enough. What do you need to do? What do you need to do? Somebody's got to spend. Give them a gift. You get it? There's no way. You keep giving gifts to people except they love you. It's just the way it is. So haters, surprise them with a gift. Don't give them some samosa. You get it? Don't give them the kaji. Give them something people love. Don't give them old kaji that you don't like to eat. Give them mango lassi. Watch how they make dua for you. This is the way. This is our way. Share. Watch how people. I went to RGS for a iftar with the headmaster was there, the deputy head, and the rest. I was incredible. I was surprised by how they were trying fasting, right? And they were Muslim, but they were like so taken by. And there was a groundsman there. He's the head of the state. His wife. You should have seen how moved they were by Islam. Like we've never been invited to an iftar. Like we've never known how Muslims, function and what this is. And they were so like, as they're about to cry, Allahu Akbar. So again, reach out, inshallah, make the most of these days. And Allah bless you. Alhamdulillah. Today, Cain's made our day, man. Today, the day belongs to Cain. Alhamdulillah. What fast are we on? 11th, eh? 11th of Ramadan. Born again. 11th of Ramadan. That's some story, inshallah. This is the 11th of Ramadan. You've got to make a note of that, inshallah. That'll give you strength. The first thing you need to do is learn to pray. You know how to pray? You already know. Yeah? Alhamdulillah. Allah bless these guys. That's the most important thing. That prayer is the most important thing. Yeah. And don't listen to too many people. Class of field, everybody's a mufti. Classic school. Most young people don't listen to it. Take 1, 2. Which one is it? These 2. Yeah? Don't go to anybody else. Listen to these 2 and listen to their advice. And anybody else wants to tell you, say, thank you. It's called confusion. Yeah, these are two brothers that you always go back to, inshallah, for advice, for clarity, because they're good. If they don't know, they'll ask. But when somebody becomes Muslim, everybody wants to tell them, this is what you need to do. Yeah. You're Hussain, no, you haven't changed your name. You should change your name. Hang on, mate. Get it? Hang on. Change your name. Leave him alone. His name's Kane. Nice name. Get it? Leave him. When he's ready, he'll do what he wants to do. Agreed, no? Yeah, hikmah, wisdom. One girl wanted to become Muslim, gave her shahada, and then she's going to get married at the same time. And her mother, maybe they're listening. I hope they're listening. Yeah. The mother came and grabbed the scarf, she started to wrap it around her head, like the big chadar, like the boat you have, right? Because her hair was all showing. And she's trying to wrap it. She's done like 5 minutes trying to get this on her head. She's done her hair. She's done her hair for her big day, for her shahada. And you should see her face, how angry she was. Again, like, what are you trying to do to me? This person's a new Muslim. Leave him alone. The last thing you need to worry about is her hair and hair being covered. You need to protect her shahada. You get it? So, leave him alone. When he wants to change his name, he'll change his name. Get it? First, most important thing, don't change your name. If you do change it, maybe, then use a nice name. Think about it, you look and you choose if you ever want to. Even if you didn't change, not yeah, the most important thing, prayer. That's the most. Why? Why? How many pillars of Islam? 5, isn't it? First one, Shahada. Has he got that one? You bear witness to that, right? Second one, Salah. You get it? That's the prayer. Okay. Fasting is a pillar. Because you become Muslim in Ramadan, right? So today, are you fasting? Now you're fasting. You can't eat nothing for another 50 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes. They said when somebody becomes Muslim, then they should, like pretend they're fasting. If they become Muslim, they're fasting day. So 1 hour, 10 minutes, nothing. And then tomorrow, if it's easy for you, Bismillah. Yeah. Then so here fasting, okay. And then zakah, these things come later. But first, prayer. Fasting, inshallah, wants to, if not, you get it. Prayer. So now you're going to teach him to pray Asr, and you're going to pray his first prayer in Islam, Asr. Okay, today, inshallah, okay? And then you teach him to pray Maghrib, you're going to teach him, inshallah, and then inshallah become leader. Make dua. Ya Rabb, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we thank you for your blessed name, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Allah, we thank you for honoring us with this incredible opportunity, guiding this young man to this religion, Ya Allah, in the month of Ramadan. Ya Allah, make him strong, Ya Allah, protect him, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen, protect him from all fitan, all troubles of his life, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Make him a role model, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Allah, make him iman firm, Ya Allah. You make him like the Sahaba, make him a guide of goodness wherever he goes, a lamp of nur wherever he goes, Ya Allah. Guide, multiply those that are guided through him, Ya Allah. Make him a door of goodness wherever he turns, Ya Allah. Bless his friends, Ya Allah. Bless his family, Ya Allah. Inshallah, he becomes a key of da'wah for his family, Ya Allah. Give him better than he can ever imagine. Give him the best in his dunya, give him the best in the akhirah, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen, make this shahada of his, Ya Allah, from amongst the goods that we do, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Accept it in our sahib, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Accept everybody witnessing the shahada, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen, through his state with you and his hal with you and his maqam with you, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Forgive us, Ya Allah, our sinful ones, Ya Rabbal Alameen, forgive us. Ya Rabbal Alameen, seal his faith and our faith on this kalima of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah, give us this kalima and make it the last words that we utter, Ya Allah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. MashaAllah. Good news. What else can you do if you can? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Who's this guy? Is he a class fellow? Is he school? Is he? Is that? I've seen him. He's gone tall. I haven't seen him for a while. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair, guys. Alhamdulillah. So what do you do now? What school you start? When is it? What you study? You think, How do you know that man there?